not on my website, by the way. The 10 tips for you, and I need a couple drops. Hold on. Oh, I forgot to show these earlier with booking activities. I don't know if I know somebody, thank you. A couple people are noticing these little crossover bags. I use them, and you guys can use them actually in your area too, because people might go into Chicago. In our area, we call it the city, either Philly or New York. And you go for a date, you need a small purse. You know, you don't want your little cute purse. You can use this as a booking activity. After your player pass or whatever, if 3 people book a show, then we're going to do a drawing for these little bags. You can use this as your giveaway, whatever. Found these in Texas. They were like $4. The website you can get them from is luggageunlimited.com. Luggageunlimited.com. I thought $4 is a great price. It may be listed for more on the website. Call them and tell them you're with Premier Designs and we get a discount. How exciting. Oh yeah, they have all different ones. Here's they have different animal prints. There's like a bazillion different kinds, right? No. Okay, you weren't excited about polka dots, were you? But you show a girl a hot pink animal print purse and she's all about it, right? Just a cute little crossover bag. Alright, so 10 quick tips. And quick is not my forte, so I'm going to try to go quickly. Alright, number 1. One thing that is very important that has made my business, these are tips of things that have made my business. Things that I do with different parts of my show. Number 1, I almost always, probably 99% of the time, get a date for my show at a show when I book it. I don't have to call them, they don't have to call me. I book at my show. And that is because I use a very easy method I call the 2-question method. Remember how I told you we're women? And we can't make a decision. We are allowed to change our mind, all that stuff. I use that to my advantage. I know that, okay? So women have to be given 2 choices to pick one thing. Don't give them 5. Way too many. All right, so when it comes time for checkout and somebody has played my game and they've booked a show, they're gonna walk up to me at checkout. I'm gonna have my calendar, because I like my paper. And I'm gonna say, oh, I know that we're doing a jewelry show. What works better for you, a weekend or a weeknight? First question, okay? A weeknight, great. Wednesday or Thursday work better for you? Thursday? Great. Let's see here. I have either September 27th or October 4th. Which of those dates work for you? She picks October 4th. I write her in. Done. That was not hard. Okay? Because if you ever ask a question, oh, when do you want to do your show? I don't know. Oh, let me look at your calendar. Well, she's going to keep flipping, right? You be the one in control. You direct it.
Realistically, though, most women don't have their calendars with them when they're at a show.
Right.
So how successful are you?
99% of the time, I get a booking on the calendar at my show because I walk them through. Now, here's what happens. When people are like, oh, I don't have my calendar with me, blah, 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 I say, not a problem. Why don't we just pencil in a date?
Okay.
I'm going to give you a date card, remember, the date card that you're going to take home with you. Once you get home, check it against your calendar. If I don't hear from you tomorrow, I'm assuming that we're good for that date. I never hear from them. And they hold their, knock on wood, they don't always hold their show. I mean, for the most part, you know, they don't change it, we're all good, yes.
I just want to say that realistically, we're women, we all know our calendar.
Yeah.
That's what our kids have sports.
Yes, yes. You can help narrow them down.
We all know our calendar, and that's just an excuse.
Right, right. And you'll know the people who are trying to give you an excuse. Like if you say, let's just pencil it in, I'll give you a date card, and if she still goes, I really need to check my calendar, and I'm guaranteed, well, I can't say guaranteed, that's just a horrible word to say, I'm sorry. Usually, she's giving you excuses, which means she's probably not even going to hold a show if you give her a date. So let her go and say, no big deal, here's my information, why don't, or I'll call you tomorrow and we'll try to pick a date. Don't leave the ball in her court, okay? Call her, try to book that date, and, you know, go forth from there. But do note if they're not willing to do that, they're probably never going to hold it even if they book it. So don't waste your date, okay? 2 questions, very easy. Start with that. Very, very important. Again, be in control. Number 2, tips of things that have impacted my business. I send invitations for my hostesses. First 2 years of my business, I didn't. Okay, and then I had another, and my business was good. I wasn't like, I was doing well. I decided to quit teaching based on that. But another jeweler friend of mine had a come to Jesus moment with me, and she said, you need to send them for this, 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 and this reason. Everything will increase. And I was like, all right, fine, I'll give it a try, so I can prove you wrong. Well, she was right. And I still do it today. Some of you might be in that place of, well, I'll do it to prove you wrong. That's okay, prove me wrong.
How do you get them to continue?
I am going to answer all these questions in the next one, in the next bit. Number 3. Send the invitations for the hostess. It's very important. It will decrease your postponements, cancellations, and it will also increase your retail and your bookings. I think everybody raised their hand at the beginning when I said who wants to increase their retail. So there's a good reason. Number 3, how do you get the guest list from the hostess, right? Yes. Right, because, how much of a pain is that? Right, well, I learned this from another jeweler. Don't worry, I will be sure to tell you whenever I create something because I get excited. I usually just take it. I take it and tweak it. TNT, that's another fun little thing. Take and tweak. Take what you see that you like and tweak it to your personality. All right, so I took this from her. I didn't tweak it. It was perfect the way it was. So I give in my hostess packet, I have a guest list labeled packet. Something of the sort. This is on my website. This little piece of paper is instructions for what I say out loud to them. I give them this at checkout when they book their date. And I say, this says what I'm going to say out loud, but listen to me first. Okay? In here, you will find a blank sheet of labels. Okay? I want you to just go home, sit down with your address book, handwrite out the people you want to invite. You don't have to type it. You don't need to make it fancy. Just write it out, and then fold it back in half. Put it in this envelope that comes directly to me, and there's already a stamp, okay? And they'll go, that's easy. I know, can't get any easier, all right? That's all I need to do. I mean, that's all you have to do, and your show is done, okay? Now here's the kicker. I need this in the next week. I know your show's not till November, and it's August, but I need this right now because I know how it works. You're gonna be excited tonight. Next week, you'll be thinking about your jewelry show, but past next week, you will barely remember my name. That's okay. I've come to terms with it. But I want you to do it right now while you're thinking about it, so I don't have to be the jewelry stalker and call and love you, because I hate to do that. Okay? So do me a favor, just go ahead and fill this out. You know what? It's here. Why don't you just go ahead and pass it around to your girlfriends right now? Have them write their names and addresses. Okay, so that is how I get my guest list. I love going in the mailbox because when I see a big envelope, I'm like, woo, I have a show. Okay, it's very exciting. Now, do I get every single one within a week? No, but I do get a lot within a week, and I get a lot more within 2 weeks. Okay, they most often give this to me, and then some good follow-up is the next day to call them and just quickly leave them a message saying, hey, it was so great to meet you. Thanks for booking a show. Don't forget about your guest list so that I can have that on file for your show. Just a quick reminder so that they go, oh, I need to take it out of my purse, put it on my desk. Now, next question that I get about this is what about the people who want to email their invitations or do an e-bite or blah, 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 blah. Out of my average 100 home shows per year, I probably mail 95 of them. Okay, so, and I do shows with every age range. I do shows with 20-year-olds. I even did a show for an 18-year-old who sent me her labels, okay? With every age range. Here's what you do. You have to teach them how to do it, okay? Because I don't know about you, but most people, the younger generation, they're all tech savvy. They don't need addresses. They don't have it. If they haven't gotten married yet, they don't have a wedding list to pull from. So that's definitely a little bit harder. So you have to teach them how to get those addresses. So I say, here's what you're gonna do. Go home, take out your phone, text all your friends real quick, say, shoot me your mailing address, have this sitting beside you while you're watching TV, and as they come in, just write them down. Easy. Or shoot out an email, or set it up, put it on Facebook, send me your address. That way that they have that, okay? If someone then further pushes them, like, no, I just want to email it, I say, no problem, I'll send you the invitation you can print out and mail to your friends or pass out, if at all possible, if they can have a paper in their hand. That's the best way to get the more people to your show and get you more free jewelry. You gotta coach them why they have to do that, okay? All right, so that was number 3. This changed my business, by the way, love that. Number 4, I like to make sure that I have fun envelopes for my invitations. So you've probably seen from incentives the leopard bags. You can use these as an envelope, which is great. You just put the invitation in there, you fold it and you tape it all the way across, okay? How many of you would open this first if it came in your mailbox? Right, everybody would, right? So make sure that you have a fun envelope. If you don't want to use these, you can use a regular white envelope. I went to, where did I go? Ace More, and I bought a stamp, rubber stamps, because you can use those over and over. And I had all different things, and this is kind of hard to see. And all I did was stamp, sorry. There's like shoes, and there's women, and there's like this little fashionista. This one's too big, don't buy that one. I just, that's blank. Okay, now no show. Okay, so, I'm sorry, I know, is this hard for you guys to see? Can you see that there's some kind of red blob down here? All I've done is I've stamped it. I sent out invitations the other day, and I put there were different girls in this series, and I put one on each side of the name. Okay, so it's just something fun, because it makes them want to open it first. Build the excitement. So important. If they're excited to open the envelope, they're going to be excited to see what's inside, and then they're going to be excited to call their friend and tell them that they're coming, and they're going to be excited to show up. Okay? And if they're excited, that's all good things for you. Yes?
Do you put a return address?
I put the hostess's return. The hostess's return address. Yes. Yes. I do, ladies, I understand the whole argument of postage, or not argument, but where, now you got to pay the postage. I am telling you, you will make more at your show if you mail the invitations than if you don't, okay? So it works out in the end. Trust me, I am a bottom line person. It definitely is true. So you have to make sure that you mail them for your hostess. Don't worry about the postage. It will come back to you tenfold, okay? Because they're going to let you spend more money on postage than they would spend.
My hostess is already reversing me when I offer it as a service for their convenience. I price it that way, and we will settle up on postage at the end of your show. No one has ever said
That's a
no.
great idea.
Except you pay my postage.
That's great, Dana. I love that. I haven't heard that.
And she's sending out 50 invitations at, what is it, 46, 47?
45, 44?
Yeah, she's reversing me at the end of her show.
Nice, nice. She just mentioned that she has the hostess reimburse her for the postage. If you would like to go that route, you certainly can. All right, I have to keep going because I will not hit my 10. All right, number 5. Another thing I added to my invitation, so important, is I have a note on I make the invitations, by the way. They're in a Word document. They're all on my website. Go check my website. And in Word documents, so you don't have to recreate them. Sorry, Mac users, transfer. Anyway, on my invitations it says there's a special prize for the first 3 people to RSVP yes. Okay? This is also huge with building the excitement, because you get the cute envelope and you're like, ooh, what is this? Prize for the first 3. Susie, I'm coming. Am I number 1? It's a little dramatic, but that's what happens. They call immediately. Now, the hostess, the first day the invitations go out, she has 5 to 6 people who are calling saying, I'm coming. She's got to keep track of the first 3, so that's even more exciting. And she's going to build the excitement from there. She's now going to tell her friends that didn't RSVP yet, oh my gosh, are you coming? I already have 5 people coming. We're going to have so much fun, right? And then the friends that know each other are going to talk, are you going to Judy's party? Were you one of the first 3? Because I was. So it's definitely a great thing. I've seen it, how it has benefited my business. Now, what do I give them? More diva dollars. I'm cheap. You don't have to actually give them a physical prize. It's okay. They are super excited to just get that leg up in front of everybody, okay? And I love it. This is exactly what happens. I'm dramatic if you haven't figured it out. I'm here, I have my invitation. I was the first to RSVP, and I have on my solid color top, and I'm arriving on time, and I have my invitation. Okay, me, can I get my diva dollars? It's insane, but that's how they come in the door. And what happens when they come in the door like that? Excitement. It breathes, right? Excitement expands. It's great. It's a good disease, right? We want it to happen. So the more you build that, the more they're going to have fun, the more they're going to buy, and the more they're going to book. And then the more they're going to think, I want to do that too. Works on all levels, okay? One little line can add so much to your business. All right, whew, I'm out of breath now. Okay, number 6. This one's simple. Every year, my renewal show, I actually do as a birthday party. So I turned 8 this year. I even have a cake and everything. But every year, I invite my hostesses. I live in an area now where I did not grow up, so I have no family or childhood friends. So the only people I have to invite are my hostesses. But they come, and they appreciate that. I give away lots of stuff for them coming. I do awesome sales for them. It is just a great experience, and I have repeat people who come every single year. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm creating that relationship because every year I get 4 to 6 rebooked hostesses for that next season that I wouldn't have had if I didn't invite them to my birthday party.
Tell me what you do at your birthday party, though.
Oh, about which part, the judging? Oh, my renewal's in August, so it's right after the new jewelry, so I actually have them judge our new jewelry. I give them a sheet with all of our pieces of jewelry, names that I'm going to show them, and I have them scale them on judge them on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being there, love it, love it, love it, gotta have it. 1, obviously not. And then I use those numbers, I look at them afterwards, and that's what I know I'm gonna show at my fall parties. Okay, so it helps me to know what my average customers, my hostesses, really like. And now, it's usually a whole page of, a whole bunch of stuff. And now they're like, when they see all the 5s, this is how it works. They look at their paper and they're like, oh my gosh, I gotta have a lot. I just gotta do another show. Oh well.
I'm doing the same thing, but I'm struggling with the type of promotion to give them. What do you do?
I'm sorry, with what?
What type of promotion you give them for your birthday?
Oh, like what I give away? Or
Your special promotions for them.
oh, like the sale that I do.
Yes.
Sorry. I do, on the invitation it says that everything is 25% off. However, there will be a special sale announced at the show. And for those who come every year, they know what it is because it's the same thing. It's 25% off everything, and every 3rd item is 50% off. I'm not making a lot of money, which is okay because I sell my retired jewelry, and that's where I make the money. Stuff that I want to move off my table. But what I am doing is I'm getting a lot of free jewelry, and I'm getting more bookings. That's what I need to do, okay? So I do every 3rd item is 50% off, and why I do the every 3rd is because it encourages them to buy in sets of 3. If they buy 4 or 5 pieces, they're gonna buy a next piece to get 6 to get that next item at 50% off. If they're only gonna buy 1 or 2, all right, if they're only gonna buy 1, well, they might get 2 so they can get a next one for 50% off. All right, number 7. This is a little desk work kind of a thing. I create a hostess bank of emails for your hostesses. I have a list in a Word document. I did not add them to my contacts because you can only have but so many, and we're all going to be in Premiere forever, right? So you can't add them to your contacts because you'll run out of space. So what I did is I have them in a Word document, and here's how you do it. And you type their email address, semicolon, and space, email address, semicolon, space, so forth and so on, make your list. By the way, if anyone has Hood and House, there's a way that you can put it in there and run a report and do all that. Just don't ask me because I don't know. So talk to somebody who knows. But anyway, I keep them in a Word document, but the reason I keep track of my hostesses is because I email them 3 to 4 times a year, okay? I don't email them every month. How many of you get the canned Tastefully Simple and Pampered Chef newsletters every single month from the person that you went to their show? Do you ever open them? All right, I don't either. Not that I don't love that stuff, because let me tell you, when I go to a Tastefully Simple show, they like to see me coming. Because I have a shelf in my pantry devoted to it. Because it's simple and it's tasty. However, I don't open those emails because they're canned emails. That's not personal, right? Because I'm getting it from 3 people. So I use my hostess bank to send like once a quarter something about my business. Sometimes it's a sale. Sometimes it's a, hey, just to let you know, I had this Friday night open in the fall. Friday nights are my most popular nights. I don't know if anybody wants to snag it. 50% promotion running on right now too. It goes within 5 minutes every time I do an email like that. As I said, I do sales. Maybe I'll send out for bookings. I'll send out this quarter was my invitation for my birthday party. Just something simple, okay? Just keeps your name in front of them so that it's not so that they don't disconnect from you. You want to create that relationship. Holy crap. Okay, I'm going fast. Number 8, constantly train. Very, very important. Constantly train. I'm not going to go any further. Number 9. Oh, okay, this one's long. Number 9, and I'm just going to tell you the topic and then say go to my website. Add some fun to your home show, ladies. Okay? I love fun. It's my personality. But what I have also learned is that women love fun. Do you want to go somewhere and be bored? No. Okay, I know I've been talking to you for 2 hours, and you're probably all like, really? I hate doing this because I love it, but I hate it. Because I know it's like not really optimal for everybody involved, right? But, so you want to keep your audience engaged, you want to make it fun. I'm going to show you visuals. You can go to my website and get all this stuff. For the fall, I'm doing a fall fashion safari. This is the invitation. How cute. It comes in the leopard print envelope. And instead of Diva dollars, they win safari dollars. This is on my website. So they can win these things. Also, during the show, I do a purse scavenger hunt. And it is a leopard print border. And what I find that makes this fun is that it's engaging. It's like a tennis match. You know, it's you, and them, you, wait, them, then you, them, then you. It's back and forth, okay? So it's never just all about you. Because you want it to be about them too. That's where the magic's gonna happen, so you're gonna book and you're gonna build. So all this stuff is on my website, bless you, as well as all the verbiage that goes through what you say on each of these letters. There's a whole other training team shows. But, and then I just have to show you this one because it's way too cute and I love it. I think this is everybody's favorite show throughout the year. I do a Halloween show. Again, fun, simple invitation. It's orange and black. I know you can't see that far. It's got a little Catwoman on it. And the show format is on my website. It's a trick-or-treat game, and they win candy corn cash instead of Diva dollars. Look, these are them. They're little candy corns. These are worth 5. These are worth 1. Make your life easy. Giving out 100 ones is live. You get candy corn cash, and the whole show is based on this sign. Trick or treat. I'll say a statement, and I involve my hostess. So one question is about my hostess. The hostess's favorite color is blue. Trick or treat. They decide. They win a candy corn cash if they're correct. If they don't get anything, and we find out from the hostess. Next question. Premier Designs jewelry is all high fashion jewelry. Trick or treat. And then they decide. I talk about Premier. And then you'll see on the verbiage, it goes through, a statement about each of the parts that you need to talk about in your home show. So cute, trick or treat. At the end, the candy corn cash they use for a trick or treat auction. I have prizes wrapped in a bag that they can't see, and it's like an auction, and they don't know if they're getting a trick or a treat. So cute. There's always a trick, by the way. Some of my jewelers are like, "You really give away a trick?" I'm like, "Yeah, probably not." And I don't feel bad about it. So definitely check out my website because again, I'm way over my time. And I have one more thing to do, but it is I have a page dedicated to theme shows. I personally change my show about 7 times a year because if I start with a group in January and somebody books for March and then somebody books for June and then somebody books for August and then somebody books for November, if I do the same show, even though I'm showing different jewelry, which is great, but if I do the same show, by maybe the August show, Susie's might be like, "Oh, I've already seen that, I don't need to go." I can just order from the book because I've seen the jewelry, right? But if this was one thing, and this was another thing, and this was another thing, they're not gonna miss the next one, and they're not gonna mix the next one. I have found that by doing that, by the way, new jewelers in the room, don't do that. Stick with what you do. Sorry, let me put that statement out there. New jewelers, keep it simple, do what you do until you build your business. Then you can start doing that. This is for, your advanced jewelers. But again, by changing my show, it just keeps people coming back more and more and more, and people are more inclined to book because they know it's not going to be the same thing, okay? They always want to see what tricks I have up my sleeve too. And number 10, last thing, and we kind of covered this, so it'll be really fast, is always have a goal and something that you're working towards. Always, always, always. Whether it's Jones Rookie Club, whether it's Crown Jewel, whether it's your contest from an upline. Ladies, there's no reason you shouldn't all be trying to win any contest that you have upline runs, okay? Bless you. They don't set contests. that are impossible to reach. They set contests to encourage your business. And so anyway, that is all I have to say.